Pam's Craft Time. Thank you for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. Today I'm working on my second project that is sponsored by Bourbon Creek Crafts. It's part of a collaboration that I'm doing with a group of wonderful ladies that's doing some wonderful projects. All of those will be linked in the description, so please be sure to go and check out all their channels. But today I'm going to be making a treat box place setting. So let's get right into the craft. Okay, this is going to be the box portion, and then this will be the lid, and this will also be the stand. So let me move this out of the way because I don't need this just yet. Okay, so we're going to trim this at 6 by 6, which means I got to let that out. Here we go. All right, that's at 6. I feel like y'all are not all the way in the shot. And then we've got to do 6 again. Okay, that'll be for the box. Okay, and then I need, for the lid, 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, so I won't need this anymore. Alright, so here we're going to go, it's 1/4, so there's the 1/8. And 3 1/8 again. Okay, and now to do the base, because I'm going to do the base out of this same green, I'm going to do 4 by 4, which the 4 comes all the way out to the edge right here. Okay. Move that. Okay, so lid, base, and box. Alright, so now we'll get out my scoreboard. I'm going to be sure to get this in the frame so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and score the box. Alright, the box is going to be scored at 2 inches on all sides. So we'll do 2, and then we'll do 4, and then we'll do 2 and 4 again, and that will score it at 2 inches on all sides. Okay, and then for the lid of the box, it is all at 1/2 inch. On all 4 sides. Okay, and then for the base, The base is going to be scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So here it'll be at 1 and 3, because remember it was 4 inches, and then it'll be at 1 and 3 again. Okay. That's all the scoring. Okay. And I know y'all are probably not going to be able to see how I'm doing this, but I will try to show you as best as I can. Okay, on these lines right here, can you see that? I can't tell if you can see it or not, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pencil mark it for you to hopefully make it a little easier. So now y'all can definitely see those lines. Let's see. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut. I'm going to alternate though. I'm going to cut like here. Here, I'll just cut and show you. And I'm just going to cut up to that line right there. And I probably need to score these first, so let me do that. Right now I'm just kind of lightly scoring them, just enough so I know where everything is. Okay. Then I'm going to turn. And then I'm going to go up to that score line. And then I'm going to turn. And go up to that score line. And then I'll turn and go up to that score line. Just like that. Then the box will come together like this. And that'll be the box. So now let me get my glue. And start gluing it down. We're going to do one at a time. We're going to be sure we line it up. Trying to decide how I want to do this. I think I like that better. I think I'm going to go with that. Okay. This thing, you really can do this how you like, whatever makes the best pattern that you're looking for. It really doesn't matter. Just kind of be sure that it's good and stuck down. Okay. This one, just kind of putting the glue down, as you see. That got on the bottom a little bit, so it's alright. We'll just wipe it off and put it right there. And you see what it's doing here? It's just going around. most important thing is just to make sure that it's staying lined up all the way around. If it does that, your box will work just fine. Just lining it up at the bottom. Okay, just pressing my fingers around on the inside of the box just so we can make sure. And there's the box. Okay, so now on the lid, let me get my smaller scissors because I think they'll just work better. Okay, on the lid, we're going to do it a little bit different. Trying to make sure I'm remembering correctly. Okay, we're going to clip to there and to here, and then we're going to flip it and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm cutting in the valley of the score line in case y'all wondered. Alright, then you're going to fold up your little tabs here, and then you're going to fold that over. Just kind of scoring everything down right now. I really hope y'all can see. I never know till I watch the video if you can or not, because this does need to be kind of crisp. I am going to burnish this down pretty good on these little tabs and on the edges of the box itself. Okay, I got them all done. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put glue on the tabs. The tabs I'm going to put on the inside. Just like this. Just like that right there. Making sure that that's lined up. Nice and square. Bring this tab in. Put a little glue on it. And I mean, it's not going to take much at all. This is art glitter glue. Again, I'm lining up, making that nice and square. Just kind of hold it for a second, wiping off any excess glue that comes out. I'll fold this back for just a second. Okay, put a little bit of glue on that tab. And I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this tab too while I'm at it. Alright, I'm going to fold the tabs in and fold this up and over, paying attention again to the corners to make sure the corners are nice and square. Wiping off any excess glue that oozes out. Okay, and that's the little lid. So, see if it fits the box. Yes, it does. Just like that. Okay, so now for this right here, this is a little bit tricky because what I need to do is I need to cut out the center. And the way I'm going to do that is I need to fold it like this right here. And the reason why, and I could have scored it, but I really didn't want to get it all the way to these edges here. I wanted it to kind of stop right here. I don't really want it to be scored. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm talking about. But right there. Okay. Now, again, there's a score line right here. And there's a score line right here. And then there's a score line that comes across this way. I'm going to cut all that off. Just the center part right here. That's all I'm going to cut off. And this will make sense in a minute, I promise. Just cutting to that center score line, and then I'm going to kind of just move that out of the way and just cut straight across. Okay. And that's did not cut very good right there. So let me try trimming that up. And you know what, I did tell y'all wrong. I told you that we didn't need to fold that, but actually we do. And the reason why we do is because that's how it's a stand. You see, it'll stand up like that. Okay, and the box will fit in it like this. Okay, I need to trim it down a little bit more. Here's where it can get a little tricky. You just have to take just a tiny tad off of each side at a time until your box fits down in the stand, because you want it to be a little snug, but you don't want it to be so snug you struggle to get it seated. You know what I mean? You want it to fit snugly, but not so snug you struggle to get it put in there, and it kind of ends up being cattywampus in a way. You don't want that. And what I mean by cattywampus is, you know how sometimes if something's too tight, it kind of bows. You don't want it to do that. Okay, let's see if I cut enough off. Probably took a little longer doing that than I should have, but that's okay. Okay, and we got it. Yeah. Alright, that is pretty much the makings of it. However, there is one more thing that I'm going to do, because this is a little flimsy. So I'm going to take these 1-inch pieces of lightweight cardstock. It's not a thick heavyweight. It's a lightweight cardstock. I cut at 1 inch by 4 inch, actually just a hair under the 4 inch. And I'm going to take and I'm going to put glue on it this way and this way. And what this is going to do, this is going to go right along the sides right here, offering the stability that it's going to need so that it'll stand up and be firm enough for the stability of it, so it doesn't collapse when you have goodies in the little box. That's what I'm trying to say. It looks like they might be a little bit more than the, sorry, looks like they might be a little bit more than the 1 inch in width. So that means the box might not fit real great, but we'll see. All right, let's see if the box is going to fit in. Nope, I'm going to have to trim that. I was hoping I wouldn't have to trim that. But because it is a lightweight cardstock, trimming it, as you can see, is not really, probably would work better if I was using my bigger scissors. But trimming it is not that difficult because it is a lightweight cardstock. I'll just trim this over here. Okay. Now let's see. Yep, it fits down in there. It's snug, but not too snug. Now, let me get it centered on there. It wasn't very centered. There we go. Okay, that's generally how it looks. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, what makes it a place setting? Well, we're going to take a 1/2 inch by 4 inch strip that I already pre-cut, and we're just going to put a little glue on it. It's not going to take too much. And we're going to just put this strip right here. And voila! There it is. There's your place setting. You just simply write the person's name on there. You can add some little decorations if you like. In fact, I think I will. I think I will add a little poinsettia flower on there. I think it'll be really pretty. Just put it like right there. Let's glue it down. Might be better if I glued it. Definitely would stick better. Kind of fluff it up a little. Okay. That's it. That's just, I tell you, one thing we need to do is we need to make sure that the poinsettia does not hang past here, because if it does, then the place holding is not going to set just right. So there you go. That's how it goes, just like that. Just imagine it sitting on a table. I wish there was a better way to do this. Well, here. Pretend that this is the table, and it sits on it just like that. See? Okay. Another great thing about this is, with Thanksgiving coming up, just use Thanksgiving fall colored paper, and these will work for Thanksgiving just like they would for Christmas. Alright, y'all, thank you so very much. Excuse me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I very much would appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by.